Have you ever stood up from your favorite armchair and felt your legs wobble, like they're not quite as steady as they used to be? Or maybe you've noticed that a short walk to the mailbox leaves your thighs feeling heavy and tired, and you're wondering if this is just what aging feels like. That's exactly how Jim, a 62-year-old retired mechanic from Ohio. After 60, our legs can start to feel weaker, but here's the exciting truth: it's not just about getting older. A 2023 study in the Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that one specific food, eaten at the right time, can kickstart muscle repair and energy production in your legs in as little as 12 hours. At 61, he was struggling to tinker in his garage, his legs tiring quickly and his balance shaky when he climbed ladders. He thought it was just old age creeping in, but science tells a different story. Your leg strength isn't fading because of the years on your calendar. It's often due to cellular undernourishment, low-grade inflammation, and a body clock that's out of sync. The good news? You can fix this with food. In this video, we're diving into one powerful food and a few key strategies that can reconnect your brain to your muscles, boost blood flow, and reduce inflammation, all to make your legs feel strong and alive again. Stick with me to the end, because we'll share a simple morning routine that Jim used to feel steadier in just one day. Let's get started with why your legs are feeling weak and how food can change that. Jim was surprised to learn that his leg weakness wasn't just about losing muscle. For years, we thought aging meant our muscles shrank from inactivity or low hormones, but a groundbreaking study from the University of Calgary paints a brighter picture. Starting in your 40s, the motor neurons that carry signals from your brain to your leg muscles can start to lose their spark. It's like the wires between your brain and muscles get frayed, so the command to stand, walk, or climb stairs doesn't come through clearly. Your muscles are still there, they're just disconnected, waiting to be switched back on. Jim noticed this when he felt unsteady getting up from his workbench, his legs slow to respond even though he hadn't changed his routine. This isn't aging, it's a breakdown in what scientists call neuromuscular signaling. The exciting part is that you can reconnect those wires with the right nutrients. Your spinal cord acts like a relay station, passing movement commands from your brain to your legs, but it needs constant fuel to keep those signals strong. Amino acids, B vitamins, and compounds like choline can repair this connection in hours, boosting stability and strength. Jim was amazed to hear that food could do this, not just feed his muscles but wake them up by fixing the brain-to-muscle communication. A 2023 study showed that seniors eating a nutrient-rich meal in the evening saw measurable improvements in muscle protein synthesis and mitochondrial activity, the energy engines in your legs, by the next morning. The star player in Jim's recovery was an amino acid called leucine, and it's a game-changer for your legs. Leucine is like the key that unlocks your body's ability to repair and strengthen muscle. A 2011 study in the Journal of Nutrition found that leucine activates a pathway called mTOR, which acts like a control tower for muscle protein synthesis. Think of mTOR as the switch that tells your legs to rebuild, and leucine as the finger flipping it on. As we age, our muscles get less responsive to protein, what scientists call anabolic resistance, but leucine cuts through that, triggering repair even in seniors. Jim learned that 2.5 to 3 grams of leucine per meal, about 25 to 30 grams of high-quality protein, is enough to spark this process. Jim started focusing on leucine-rich foods like eggs, beef, and whey protein, especially at breakfast. He'd blend a whey protein shake with fruit or eat a hearty omelet, noticing his legs felt less heavy by noon. The study showed that a single leucine-rich meal can boost mTOR activity in hours, even in older adults, making your muscles more efficient at using the protein you eat. The next key to Jim's transformation was a nutrient called choline, found in one everyday food, eggs. Choline is the building block for acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter that carries signals from your brain to your muscles. As we age, acetylcholine levels drop, slowing muscle reactions and causing that shaky, unsteady feeling when you stand or walk. Jim noticed this when his legs felt slow to respond, even during simple tasks like carrying tools. A 2012 study in Nutrients found that choline can restore acetylcholine production in 6 to 12 hours, sharpening brain-to-muscle communication. Just 2 whole eggs provide over 300 milligrams of choline, enough to jumpstart this process and improve motor control. Jim started eating 2 eggs every morning, about 30 minutes after waking, often with a scoop of cottage cheese for extra leucine. He'd scramble them with spinach or make a quick omelet, loving how they kept him full and energized. Within days, he felt his steps were surer, like his legs were listening to his brain again. The study showed that morning is the best time for choline, as acetylcholine production is low after sleep, making your motor neurons hungry for nutrients. If you don't eat eggs, quinoa, Brussels sprouts, or soybeans offer choline, but egg yolks are the most absorbable. Are you an egg lover? Share in the comments how you cook them, scrambled, boiled, or maybe poached. Jim's legs also needed better blood flow to deliver oxygen and nutrients, and that's where beets came in. Poor circulation can make your legs feel heavy, sore, or slow, even if you're eating enough protein. Beets are packed with nitrates, which your body turns into nitric oxide, a molecule that widens blood vessels for better flow. A 2015 study in the Journal of Applied Physiology found that seniors drinking beetroot juice saw a boost in leg muscle power within hours, especially in fast-twitch fibers critical for balance and preventing falls. Jim was amazed that something as simple as beets could make his legs feel stronger during his garage projects. Jim started drinking a small glass of beetroot juice, about 250 milliliters, 90 minutes before his morning walk. He'd pair it with 20 minutes of light strolling, which amplifies nitric oxide production, making his blood vessels more flexible. Sometimes he'd roast a medium beet and toss it into a salad with olive oil, noticing his legs felt less achy by afternoon. The study showed measurable improvements in walking speed and stair climbing, perfect for seniors like Jim who want to stay active. My neighbor George, 70, tried beet juice and said his legs didn't cramp during his evening stretches. Worried about beet sugar? Pair them with protein or greens to balance the glycemic load. Do you like beets? Drop it in the comments how you try them. Jim's beet routine was powerful, but the next step tackled a hidden enemy slowing his legs. The third strategy Jim embraced was fighting chronic inflammation, which quietly saps leg strength. Unlike the swelling you see after an injury, chronic inflammation is subtle, raising markers like CRP and IL-6 that damage muscle repair and weaken nerve signals. A 2020 study in the Journals of Gerontology linked higher inflammation to less muscle mass and strength in seniors, even those who ate well and stayed active. Dark leafy greens like spinach, kale, arugula, and Swiss chard are nature's anti-inflammatory powerhouses, packed with polyphenol like quercetin, chlorophyll, magnesium, and nitrates. A 2019 study in Frontiers in Pharmacology found that daily greens lowered inflammation markers in 2 to 4 weeks, especially with light exercise. Jim started adding a cup of spinach or kale to his morning eggs, drizzling olive oil to boost absorption of antioxidants like vitamin K. He'd blend arugula into smoothies or toss Swiss chard into soups, loving their fresh, earthy taste. Within 2 weeks, his legs felt less heavy, and he could work longer in his garage without fatigue. My friend Clara, 66, added kale to her breakfast and said her knees ached less during gardening. Jim learned that eating greens first thing in the morning helps regulate inflammation all day, aligning with your body's natural clock. Have you tried leafy greens? Share in the comments how you'd eat them. The next key to Jim's success was timing his meals to maximize muscle repair. As we age, our muscles get pickier about protein, a process called anabolic resistance, where they don't use protein as well to rebuild. A 2014 study from the University of Texas found that spreading protein evenly across breakfast, lunch, and dinner, about 30 grams per meal, boosts muscle protein synthesis by 25% compared to loading up at dinner. Timing matters because each meal acts like a signal to your legs, telling them to repair and grow. Jim also learned that eating protein 30 to 60 minutes after light activity, like walking or stretching, hits the anabolic window when your muscles soak up nutrients best. Jim started his day with a protein-packed breakfast, like 3 eggs with spinach or Greek yogurt with hemp seeds, followed by a 15-minute walk. After his afternoon stroll, he'd have a snack like a whey banana smoothie or quinoa with beans, keeping his muscles fueled. At dinner, he kept protein moderate, 30 to 40 grams, like grilled chicken with veggies, to avoid overwhelming his body, which can only process so much at once. Within 10 days, his legs felt more stable, and he could stand longer without fatigue. My friend Mary, 68, tried this timing and said her thighs didn't burn during her evening errands. Jim loved how this fit his routine, no drastic changes needed. When do you eat your protein? Share in the comments, morning, evening, or spread out. Jim's timing trick was huge, but the next step pulled it all together. Now, let's tie these strategies into a practical routine that Jim used to feel stronger in just one day. The 2023 study showed that a nutrient-rich evening meal can spark muscle repair by morning, but Jim found a morning routine worked even faster. Here's what he did. He started with a smoothie blending 250 milliliters of beetroot juice, a scoop of Greek yogurt or vegan protein powder, and a handful of spinach. After sipping it, he took a 15-minute walk to boost nitric oxide and prime his blood flow. 30 minutes later, he ate a breakfast of 3 eggs scrambled with kale, a side of lentils, or a whey shake with berries. This combo delivered choline for nerve signals, leucine for muscle repair, nitrates for blood flow, and anti-inflammatory greens to calm his system. After a light afternoon walk, he'd have a quinoa bean salad or a protein smoothie within an hour, keeping his muscles active. Dinner was lighter, like salmon with Swiss chard, sticking to 30 grams of protein. Jim saw results fast. His legs felt steadier by evening, and after 2 weeks, he was climbing his garage ladder without hesitation. My neighbor Henry, 71, tried this routine and said his balance improved in a week. The study showed that this approach boosts muscle signaling and energy production in 12 hours, with lasting benefits in 10 to 14 days. Jim loved how affordable and simple it was: eggs, beets, greens, and a walk. What's your morning routine? Drop it in the comments. Would you try Jim's smoothie? Jim's routine was the final piece, but the real magic is what it means for you. Jim's journey shows that your legs aren't just muscles, they're your foundation for independence, energy, and vitality. Eggs, beets, greens, and smart meal timing turned his wobbly steps into confident strides, proving that small changes create big results. Think of Linda's pain-free walks, Tom's stronger stairs, Betty's better balance, George's cramp-free legs, Clara's easy gardening, Mary's lighter errands, and Henry's steady steps. They all started with one meal, one walk, one choice. A 2023 study reminds us that your body wants to regenerate, and every bite is a signal to stay strong, active, and alive. Try Jim's morning routine tomorrow. Blend a beet smoothie, walk 15 minutes, and eat a protein-rich breakfast with greens. Notice how your legs feel and share your story in the comments. If you know someone with tired, unsteady legs, share this video to inspire them. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more tips to thrive after 60. At 75, I've learned that every meal is a chance to feel sharper, stronger, and more like you. See you next time.